The two teams competing in this match for the Wall Warriors. Here's the team of Bueno and Julin. And receiving for the Cesta Cyclones, here's the team of Williams and Manny.
Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, let's go, Manny.
We begin our final match of the evening. Here's Julin on the left side. Big backhand. Manny gets back in there at the 11 line. Low and hard play. Bueno getting involved, cuts it off. Lofting backhand, passing. Williams comes back for it. Forehand rebote to the outside. Bueno got there in the air. The drop shot. One. Not going to get the second bounce. Manny with great defense. Hard forehand back inside. Scores.
That's the Manny we're going to have to see throughout this match if the Cesta Cyclones have a chance. I commented earlier how Williams has made tremendous strides in his rebote game. That's also going to be a key factor. Williams has to continue to convert on these rebotes.
Let's go, Williams.
Manny, what a catch off the side wall.
Manny with the catch.
Here's Julin running around him. Powerful backhand. That's coming out. Forehand rebote for Williams. Set up at the 6 line. Turns it beautifully back to the inside. Hard backhand again. There's going to be another one for Williams. That one again put right up the middle. Bueno took it in the air. Hard forehand back over the top. Manny runs around it to take it in the air on the forehand again. Julin, right side at the 11 line. That ball dropping at the feet of Manny. Going to be a tough rebote on the left side. He turns it. Julin on the hop, bringing it in up at the 7 line. Low and hard with the forehand, scooped up by Manny. Outside placement. There's Julin now.
I hear Brian, but I don't see Brian.
By Julin, and that will score. Low and hard, crossing the side wall.
On the Fan Levitard YouTube live right now. God bless Alai, Battle Court, Cesta Cyclones is doing everything in their power to take it to the Wall Warriors.
There's Manny, that backhand.
Right Manny has a match of vindication right now.
There's Manny, good catch, moving up aggressively. He's at the 9 line. Julin backed up.
Is this your first proper highlight match that you've watched?
Comes back over the
top. No, my first proper highlight match that I watched was last.
Sidearm forehand picked off in the air by Manny. Plays this one, tries to get it to pass, but Julin reaching.
That's good because you have.
Manny again, good
I was going to say, if this was your first introduction to highlight, it's been a hell of an evening so far.
Dropping at the feet,
I felt like that last week.
Good play by Manny, keeps the point going.
When
outside placement, Manny reads it, stops it, the sidearm carom.
I saw Williams come back and do some amazing stuff against his opponent. And it was an amazing night.
From Bueno, I don't attempt too many shots like that because you have the advantage as a team overall. Your defense is solid, so don't be giving away points.
Now, here's something that I've been doing tonight. I've been bouncing back and forth between the Twitch stream and ESPN3 stream. How have you been observing tonight's action?
Well, if you go to the Fan Levitard YouTube channel, you could watch the action while also watching our stream.
Backhand passing, Julin out of the way. Here's
while we're watching the action on the stream. How meta is that?
Julin, tough catch.
So do I need to be on video? Do I need to turn my camera on?
You don't have to. Right now you have KKK's KK. Whoa, that's almost too many Ks. Right now you currently have KK Slider representing.
Easy there, Brian.
That's a great catch and throw.
Easy there.
I'm just currently trying to think about what. There you go. Hey, there's that guy.
Hey, we in here. Hey, let's go.
Hey, okay, let's go. Let's go. We got Williams and Manny tying
the highlight beer.
Highlight beer. How is it? Is it good?
This is not actually a highlight beer. This is an Oktoberfest, but I'm gonna pretend it's a highlight beer because it's a beer that I'm drinking while watching highlight.
You know what?
Towards the inside. Here's
we might want to hit them up. I think we should hit them up because I don't know where else you can find
on the catch up. Bueno, that is a
long
Williams and Manny.
Life lovers of highlight like me, yourself, and Nathan.
Well, let me tell you, I have been in the Twitch chat tonight, and I have been trying to conduct a little bit of business, and I was inquiring about how we could get a God Bless Highlight / Fan Levitard show banner hanging up over the fronton.
Second serve coming up for Williams.
And would you like to take a stab, Brian, at the cost of some of those banners that I was quoted?
I will take a stab right after you explain to our man Jericho in the YouTube chat what is exactly happening in this sport. He asks, can you explain what is happening in the sport? Shout out to Jericho. Give him a quick elevator pitch on what highlight is.
Played back towards the inside.
Yeah, sure. So first off, hello Jericho. Shout out to you. Salute to you
not a lot on it, man.
For joining us in on this Friday evening. Basically, you can think of this kind of like a combination of tennis and racquetball, but faster than both and way more dangerous than both. So kind of like tennis, one team, this is basically doubles right now what's happening. And so one team is basically serving to the other team, but it's kind of like racquetball in the sense of you're playing off of a front and a back wall and that left side wall as well. All of that is fair play. If you hit the pad, which is on like the lowest level of that front wall that says Magic City Fronton right there, that's considered out of play. And then there's a net up on the ceiling that's considered out of play. And this is basically tennis rules, where if the ball bounces twice, the other team gets the point. But you're playing off of walls and stuff like that. And that's kind of my elevator pitch for it. That's the easiest way that I was able to digest it when I first started consuming highlight. And you know, I think I'm probably not in the majority where I grew up around racquetball, so this sport kind of made sense to me in that sense. But yeah, it's a combination of racquetball and tennis, basically, but it's way faster. The fronton itself is way bigger than it looks. And it's a very dangerous sport because of the speeds that the pelota, which is the ball, is traveling.
Jericho said, first of all, he said salute as well. You good, making sure everyone's nice. Yeah. And he said, even with the explanation, I'm still confused, but thanks.
Okay, let me try to re-explain this. So
no. Just watch it with us, Jericho.
No.
Just watch it, baby, and it's going to start making sense.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Like, I would say that if you are watching highlight for maybe like 10 or 15 minutes,
Rebote!
You at least have like a base understanding of the rules. And you know. You may not understand all the terminology, you may not understand all the strategy, but you will get the base
Rebote to score by Williams.
Williams with the rebote. I will enjoy that.
Possible set point.
I appreciate you, Jericho. Thank you for wanting this channel to grow. We appreciate you. We love you for that.
Mash that subscribe button if you haven't already.
And thank you for choosing to spend your Friday night with us. You know, even if it is for a short time, we're going to make sure it's a good time. And we ain't going to overstay our welcome. And we're going to make sure that we firmly plant ourselves in your memory of what occurred today on the date of September 30th. Oh, we got Nick.
A long time. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Yo, Steve Harvey.
What
up? Oh, my God.
One on the outside. There's a high scoop this time.
Hello, Steve.
That one opening
all
up.
right,
Manny
now I got to get him in here.
I thought you were hosting the feud.
Julian, hard play.
When I heard there was a highlight,
Manny to handle in the air. Backhand, passing Julian. He's out of the way. Forehand played by Bueno.
You know,
left side rebote for Manny.
I'm a big time Cesta fan.
Here's Julian. That slows it down. Higher hand, harder backhand coming out a long way. Kind of died off the sidewall.
Steve, your mustache looks.
Hard backhand again.
Your mustache seems like it's falling off there, buddy. What's happening, sir?
Williams looking sharp on these rebotes.
This rebote coming out a long way. Williams just does get up there. Good control.
I feel great.
The inside, the Tennessee Titans were going to blow it
Manny gets back
against
in there
the
to make the
Giants.
save and puts it into the top part of the pad.
I wouldn't have shaved my mustache that I had a couple weeks ago. Forced myself to buy a fake mustache.
Whoa. What do you mean fake mustache?
So I could do this. My Grimace punishment here.
I don't see a whole lot of difference, Nathan. That looks about the same as I remember you.
Disregard. Oh no. Okay. I'm trying to get.
Nice
I'm dying here. I'm dying here.
Way, Williams.
Because
why are you dying?
Nice save.
I'm trying to get this so that
hard and tipped by Manny.
everyone is visible at the same time. And
Wano and Julian have cut the deficit to just one. Still possible
Oh,
set point for
ceiling. Oh.
Cesta Cyclones were in a good position. They were up 5-2
All right, I
in
think
this
we have
set.
it here.
Yeah,
I think
they've allowed the Wall Warriors to crawl back in this.
Oh, yeah, we're gold now. Watch this. Just bear with us, Jericho. You're growing with us as we're growing with us.
Here's a rebote for Bueno. Does make that save. Here's Manny on the right side. Throws the carom. Bueno switches from right to left. Couldn't make the catch.
Spread the word about
Point
this stream.
Williams and Manny take it 6-4. Second set, 1 minute and 30 seconds.
No idea. I got a call, and here I am.
He got a call, and he showed up because that man is the man. That man is the man.
Contrary to popular belief, I have not been banned from God Bless Alai for asking questions.
Yes, here we go.
Didn't know what you were going to get from him.
Speaking of, I've got a topic of conversation for tonight. I asked in Twitch chat, and I'll ask it all the U-Gens here because I was very disappointed by the showing, one particular showing that I saw tonight. And I'm going to ask you all, Manu, did the Cyclones make a mistake bringing him back?
In order for this,
somebody's got to say it.
The Williams
That's
man,
dangerous talk right there.
Looked
two things have to happen. Williams has to convert on rebotes. We saw that there.
You know what?
Manny has to shine. We also saw that there. So Manny just being Manny.
I think
he looks like
you're
Peyton
washed.
Manning.
I think
looks like
you're
Peyton
washed.
Manning in his final season. He's along for the ride. If they win a title, it's in spite of Manu.
How did Manu look last year?
Manny. Sorry. Manny.
Yeah,
Manny.
that's why I was confused about that.
Am I
Manny,
the only?
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead. No, Nathan. First of all, you're dressed to talk first, so by all means, Nathan, the floor is yours.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm paying off my Grid of Moss punishment because.
Hold on. Jericho says, "Is that a Greg Cody homage?" Hilarious.
It is a Greg Cody homage.
Thank you, Jericho.
It's only a Greg Cody. It's only a Greg Cody homage if Nathan pretends to drop dead during it.
We refuse to explain highlight to you, though.
No, that's not true. I gave a great explainer. I gave a fantastic explainer.
Well, let me explain.
He still doesn't
to you guys
understand
here.
it. But...
Now, let me explain to you guys. You're clearly not you're clearly not referring to Manu, but you're talking about Manny. Get it right.
Manny.
Call yourself a fan.
I'm sorry. You don't know how many. You don't know how many highlight. You can't even keep your mustache on straight. You don't know how many highlight beers I've had tonight. So don't even talk, Steve.
You were told to walk into the ocean.
Just answer the question. Answer the question. Did the Cyclones make a mistake by bringing Manny back? Because tonight he looked washed for 8 of the 11 points they played.
I think that is an interesting point, and I think there might be some semblance of truth behind it. If last game did not exist last week, he carried this team. Between him and Williams, they carried this team last outing. So I would love to maybe start some talk about, did they possibly have some poor off-season moves, and maybe if they could decide on who the owner of the team was, maybe they would have made a better decision on if they should or shouldn't have actually brought him back. But he did such a good job last week. He's earned the respect. Sorry, can't beat you, Ty.
We're supposed to be supporters, and once again, we are using our platform as the fastest growing highlight podcast to slander the ownership of the Cesta Cyclones. There is no schism. No. The ownership is a team. They are one, and we will handle in-house appropriately Ty for that Bush League ambush question that he put that was not in the show sheet. I was
that gotcha journalism.
I was prepared. Yeah, some gotcha journalism at its finest. I was prepared to ask a question of what is it like to have 2 amazing owners.
Amazing.
What is it like to have one mustache that sticks on?
Ty just stunk me, man. Like, come on.
No, listen.
I just want to know how come no one asked. Go ahead, Ty. I should have showed up if I wanted to ask my question.
I was just going to say, as the only person who has worked as a journalist here, someone on this podcast needs to ask the hard-hitting questions. Like, is there an ownership controversy? Do the players respect both owners? Is Manny washed? Should they have brought him back? Did they make a mistake? Someone's got to ask these questions, and I will be that bad guy if I have to be, because I want the best for this team.
You're getting embarrassed right now because Manny and Williams are out there running it up, all right?
Cooking it up.
I don't know about running it up.
First set down. They're up in this current set here, fellas.
Running it up's a little exaggeration, but
you know,
I see my boy Williams carrying it.
Ooh.
That's what I see.
Do we want to talk about Williams, like the new addition? Like, he has definitely come through. But you know, after our podcast, I was reached out to by some of my sources that I have some unnamed sources that said that Jedden strong-armed Chris Cody into drafting his cousin.
Whoa.
And, you know, they passed that information along to me, and they expressed a little disappointment that we didn't address that up front with them, and, you know, that we were coming across a little biased, and, you know, that was one of my unnamed sources that has contacted me.
I'm just upset
actually
that
funny you
none of
that name.
Let me get this off, Ty.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
I'm just
get in
upset.
There more aggressively, man.
I'm just upset that neither one of you guys asked between Chris Cody and Mike Ryan. We got some buffering here. Between Chris Cody and Mike Ryan, who was Mike McCarthy and who is Jerry Jones? That's what I want to know. Between those two, because clearly there's some situations here that arise where they might not be on the same wavelength when it comes to decisions, and you know, I think it's something that might be worth looking into.
No one cares. No one cares about
Chris Cody
the Cowboys.
Looks more like Mike McCarthy.
Cooper Rush will fade into the annals of time, and he will be forgotten.
Like your mustache.
People will remember this stream for ages. They'll be like talking about my dedication and commitment. Have you guys paid off a punishment? Not only have I paid off a punishment, I have also paid off my punishment for the fade, which is being called into question.
No. That's not what happened.
The recycled toilet paper. Honey, give me some recycled toilet paper. They don't believe me. I need the recycled sea of the weed toilet paper, please.
Well, we didn't pay off our bet. We didn't pay off our bet because solely the people who actually should be paying off their bet haven't yet. So until Roy and Billy and the rest of the NSYNC members come in dressed up as NSYNC members, we're golden. Not Canes, but we're golden.
I also don't appreciate how, Nathan, you are manipulating your wife into this scam, this sham. I know she is a better person than to go along with this tomfoolery, this shambolic, fraudulent hoax that you call a paying off a punishment.
What are you trying to say about my marriage, Ty?
That move by Williams to save that ball.
Out of your mouth.
I'm saying it's shambolic.
I'm the shams of Highlight. That's right. I am the shams of Highlight News because
with the remote over the pad. Oh my god!
And look at this, guys.
I'm watching the actual amazing masterwork effort being put on by our guys out here, and you guys are talking about ShamWow.
I'm the sham of Highlight. The shams, excuse me, not the sham. I'm the shams.
Little Freudian slip there, huh?
Because my Highlight source also contacted me that I was contacted again, an unnamed source. I have it on good authority. Someone very, very close to the Highlight leadership contacted me and told me that Mike Ryan, after saving Greg Cody's life last week, bought everyone a round of beers and then was pulled away with a work call and gave the beers to Chris and told him, tell him they're from me. And apparently that message was not communicated. And this was, again, from an unnamed source. Someone very close to the leadership community has passed this on to me. But there it is,
Nathan,
fellas.
You're talking out both sides of your mouth. Nathan.
They did
Nathan,
it.
This is a big win. This is a big win for the boys tonight. It looked like it was slipping away a little bit. But you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. You can't say there's not an ownership schism and then come in with an exclusive report that there are breakdowns of communication. People are taking credit for things that they weren't supposed to be taking credit for. Which is it, Nathan? Are things good? Or are there rifts?
What they hold on, time out, guys. Jericho is asking us if it's over. And the way that it works is, how many matches is it on a match day? 6. So there's 6 different games. Is it 3 singles and 3 doubles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 3 single matches, 3 double matches, and whoever takes the most games in that match day wins the.
No, not necessarily. So
break it down for me.
So these singles matches. So if you win a match in singles, your team is awarded 1 point. If you win a doubles match, you're awarded 1.5 points. So after the 6 matches are played, whichever team has the most points wins. So in theory, a team could split 3 and 3. One team could win all the singles, one team could win all the doubles. The team that wins all the singles is going to win the match overall 4.5 to 3. So it's not necessarily like who wins more. It's the value of the games that you win.
Did you get that, Jericho? Is there any rules for the doubles and singles matches? Like, does every match day start with a single and end with a double, or
no? So it's actually tonight was actually a little bit interesting. Tonight they started with the highest ranked doubles, which surprised me because last week they started with the singles, and typically they've had each week so far end on a doubles match because it's worth the most points. But I was very surprised to see this week start with what I would say actually was probably the best match of the entire night, with the highest doubles teams going up against each other. So it seems like there is a little bit of fluctuation there with how these schedules work out. I'm not entirely sure how they determine that night to night, but tonight was definitely a change from the first Cyclones match week.
So yeah, Jericho, it's complicated, but it's not. It's one of them things where I watched my first ever full-blown like highlight match week last week, and it took about an hour, and I was like, okay, I think I got it now. So I think it's really easy to pick up, super exciting, super fascinating, and like Ty and Nathan always like to say, the fastest sport in the world.
Consistent. Absolutely consistent.
Fastest ball-based sport.
I've never seen him like
with a ball.
Gold, I guess. I've never seen him go through a
pelota.
Nah, we can just say fastest sport in the world.
Let's just say fastest sport in the world. So did they win? Did they win, Ty?
Yeah. The Cesta Cyclones are now 2-0 on the season, which doesn't even really matter because the way that these standings are determined is by the total number of points that they accumulate. So, like I was explaining just a couple of minutes ago, if they ended up with 4.5 points tonight, that gets added to their season total, and the 2 teams with the highest season totals at the very end will play for the championship. So, tonight they ended up with what, 5 points total, I believe.
Yes, they landed 5 points because it was. But going into the last match, it was 2.5 points to 3.5 points, and doubles matches are 1.5 points, and they got that last doubles match. Manny heard you talking trash on his name because Manny actually surprised everyone last night by starting strong and not finishing strong last week. But this was a classic Manny match here where he doesn't have the
Manny
strong
being
start.
Manny.
He doesn't start well. But man, when Manny is on, he closes. And that's what he did. And he closed the discussion that you two jokers were having of did they make a mistake? No. Manny is here. He did the thing again. He announced to everyone that if that ball is getting in his cesta, he's putting it in places where your mind cannot comprehend.
That was an amazing rebote.
Cannot keep up
by Williams. Like that, like okay. just he the way that he's just kind of. I mean, Jedin, my bad. Anywho, so listen. Could you say that the Cyclones are having a moment right now?
Absolutely having a moment. Similar a la...
They've won 2 games.
Aubrey Plaza.
That's a moment. That's a moment.
So do you guys want to give an MVC for tonight? Most valuable Cyclone? Most valuable Cone?
I got my pick.
All right, let's hear it.
This team of Inaki and Nicholas, I think I said it earlier, I'll say it again.
Williams.
The team containing Gocherry, I think this is going to be your next.
Did you see what I did there?
Okay, explain your reasoning.
Oh wait, you probably can't because you're in the. But so what Williams was able to provide in this final game, where some people might have thought Manny was wavering, that some people thought Manny was acting like a mammy. Williams was there to be the consistent and constant force to bring Manny back to the Manny we all know, the Manny we love, the Manny we saw last week and the Manny we saw last season. Williams did what you always need players to do in that position, and that's bring the best out of the partner you play with. My MVC goes to Williams.
Nathan, you got an MVC for us?
My MVC goes to the one and only Manny, who did what Manny does. He finishes. Never, ever count Manny out, ever. Because when you start counting Manny out, that's when he strikes. That's when he's at his most dangerous. And that last match, total domination. Go Cones.
So my MVC for the night is going to be Carballo because he played out of his mind in the first doubles match of the night, especially up front, playing those rebotas, playing those 2 walls, getting those kill shots. And more than anything, even though he did not play well in the second doubles match of the night, consistently tonight, he was putting his body on the line unlike anybody. He had 2 or 3 shots where he just threw himself into the side netting trying to go for a shot. And you got to respect that. He is, I know he's not the captain, but I think he is your glue guy. He's the one providing the energy on the team tonight. And the way that he started the night with that doubles performance really set the tone for the Cyclones tonight. So I'm giving it to Carballo.
So since it would appear as if we're at an impasse, we have a tiebreaker. And that's our fan of the show, first time, long time, Jericho. He gives the MVC to Williams. And I quote, "He threw the ball off the wall with that weird scoop thing very well," and such. So I guess we got to give it to Williams. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Cool fitness, baby. Let's hear what he has to say in this interview.
I'm a household name, I'm Cool Fitness. He loves what he do. Magic City Highlight, H2H, baby. H2H is just so much better.
He's so cool.
Because you're going head to head to 6 points, There's so many great things that happen.
Appreciate you, Jericho.
And again, that is Williams, 6th ranked player for those Cesta Cyclones, stepping up big time today, responsible for 2.5 of the 5.
So, Jericho, let us know in the future, would you like us to see more of each other? Would you like to spend more Friday nights, maybe Friday evenings or afternoons or mornings where you're located with us as we cover the upcoming and continuing Battle Court season with our Cesta Cyclones? Once again, I said our Cesta Cyclones because as far as I'm concerned, you cannot find any hard-hitting coverage of the highlight sport anywhere else than right here on GBJA.
I'm the Woj. I'm the Woj of highlight people. All right, I am connected.
I thought you were the Shams.
I am
the
both.
Sham.
I am the highlight newsbreaker. I have. If you go back through our catalog, I've talked to the York Dog. I've talked to Bimmel. I've emailed with Lindsay. I've gotten all up in the DMs of
Salute
some
to you.
cones. I may or may not be messaging with Manu, trying to get his thoughts on tonight's big win. I am the Adrian Wodra now. I'm the Adrian Wodra Shams of Highlight. Keep
Nathan,
it locked here,
Nathan.
folks.
Nathan, tonight is not about you. It's about the cones being top of the table after tonight's dominant performance. 9.5 points on the season so far with 75 remaining. Keep our eye on the prize. It's all about the cones, baby.
Fellas,
You can provide those scoops in between the week, but tonight is all about the cones.
did we do our Grid of Moss polls?
Oh, wow. We could totally knock that out right now.
You got the wheel close to you?
Yeah, let me see if I can share it with you or something. Is there a way that I could like...
Just pull the wheel out. Just pull the wheel out of your closet and spin it behind your back. Yeah.
This feels like a setup.
Yeah. No. Because we know two things. It can't be it can't be anyone who got the Bengals, and it can't be anyone who got the Dolphins. So, and I don't think anyone got the Bengals or the Dolphins this week, right?
Yeah, no one did. No
one rolled those.
Guys,
so yeah,
this time I actually made a note. No, I got a note right here.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Billy has the Cowboys. Roy, thank you for your service. Army. Stu's got the Titans. Mike, fine bucket. Instant death, though. Tony, he has the golden helmet of life. I didn't even know that. But Jess, Broncos. Chris
Hold on, who was that?
Brown.
Who is golden helmet of life?
Tony.
Chris Whittingham,
okay.
Patriots. And Dan has the Vikings.
Okay, bet. So do this. We all won last week, technically, even though you were safe.
Yeah.
So let's start like this. Since you're the most ridiculous looking person here, Nathan, you go first, followed by Ty, because and then I'll go last. And
you just want me to spin this wheel? I can send it to you.
Can we believe him? I could see this. I could see the screen in your glasses, but I don't know if that's. You've been untrustworthy.
Can you see it now?
Is untrustworthy?
How's that?
There you
Perfect.
Go. Can you see it?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Nailed it.
Right there, right. Just like this.
Yeah.
This is good.
Spin it.
Okay.
Spin it.
Here we go, fellas. No one call me into question here. Who's this for?
It's you.
This is for you.
This is for me? Oh my gosh, you guys. You're not going to believe this. It landed on Tony.
No.
I'm immediately calling bull.
Okay.
This is already going poorly.
It landed on Dan. Oh no, my mustache. Where'd it go? I can't see either. It's inside.
So it landed on Dan. Who did Dan have?
Yeah, it landed on Dan. He's got the Vikings, but now see, here's the thing. I wrote down who they're playing. I don't know who the Vikings are playing.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the Vikings this week are actually they got a tough fight coming up. They got the Saints, 9:30 a.m.
Oh.
They're playing in London. Remember, London. London.
What time? When it's that time, is Kirk Cousins going to be playing at 3:30 East Coast time? Because then
wow.
No, he's gonna 9:30 Eastern AM.
That's a good shout. I don't know what I don't know what the situation is there. I don't know how that works with
Well, you know what? What am I gonna do? Can I poll the audience just like Steve Harvey? Audience.
All right, Jericho, since you're the only one verbal in our audience queue, should Steve Harvey keep the Vikings, A, and B, does he pick them to win, or does he fade Dan's helmet choice and go against them? Remember, Jameis Winston has the broken bones in his back. Alvin Kamara's playing with an injury. Thomas can only do slants, Thomas. Jericho says keeping him. Keeping him.
You know what, Jericho? I'm sticking with you. I'm gonna keep Dan, and I'm gonna hitch myself to Dan. Because you know that puppy can pull a big old wagon. And I'm hitching myself to the wagon of Dan Le Batard. Dan Le Batard.
Ride that train. Come ride it.
Ooh, here we go, fellas.
Come on, ride that train.
Next one.
Choo-choo.
Here we go. Who's this for?
Ty.
Okay, so now before we spin, I think it's a good time to announce that I am boycotting the Grid of Moss because I am in strict opposition to the NFL right now.
You almost got Mike Ryan. You got Greg. Go ahead.
The handling of the Tua situation left a pit in my stomach. I don't know if I can support this anymore. I'm getting battered by a hurricane right now. All these factors. I cannot be a part of this shambolic grid. But if I were, who did Greg have again?
Greg who did Greg have? Steve Harvey.
Well, Cody had the
nothing stops the NFL.
Oh my goodness, you guys! I didn't write down who Greg had because he was on another day.
All right, and spin again.
Spin that boy again.
Greg. Jesus. And it's always been I didn't write down Greg because he was on another day. I was like, I'll
spin again.
Greg.
I'll take whatever chance I get.
Jesus.
All right, here we go. Spinning again. Oh, so your boycott is over, Ty?
Yeah.
That fast?
No, because I know y'all are going to make me do this shit, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that's right.
Doesn't matter what I want.
Small spin. The question for the things I do. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. You're going to like it, Ty. Guess what you got?
What?
You got Hildy.
Boom.
That means you're safe,
Is that a Shiggle shirt?
Hildy don't pick.
Let's go. I've always said I've rated this grid. I rate the wheel. It's a great wheel.
Well, I'm gonna get Tony. I'm gonna get Tony. Let's go. Come on, T Dizzle. You saw how I was over here defending Tony last week, and then now all of a sudden Dan's defending Tony. I think Dan listens to our show, and then he takes my points and your points. And who do I get?
You got Greg. You want to keep him?
The mystery box of picks.
Does anybody know who Greg has?
Spin it again.
Yeah.
I actually don't think he spun this week. I don't think
he did.
He pulled.
No, he did.
He definitely did.
No, he pulled. He just don't know what he got.
Okay.
Because we're diligent, if nothing else.
We're something.
Oh, you got so close to the golden section of life on the wheel, but instead you got Chris Whittingham, and Chris Whittingham has the Patriots.
The Patriots with Brian Hoyer dusting off the old boots against the Packers.
Day by day, I don't know. Mac Jones might make it back day by day.
More like
in Green
Jones.
Bay. Brian, you are a 9.5. You are a 9.5 point dog, my guy. So.
Oh yeah, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what you always do when you got a 6'6" behemoth that could jump out the end zone in the red zone, and you tossing it up to him. I'm gonna fade that shit.
Good. Yeah. Good call. Watch. Except Aaron Rodgers is washed and he's trash. And Bill Belichick is playing. Bill Belichick is in his Bill Belichick-esque most form with day-by-day press conferences. You can check out our Instagram or our YouTube short for a video where I spliced in day-by-day and Bill Belichick's press conference. So check that out, people. You're about to get rocked, brother.
Brother. Why brother? Why white people always
my brother? Wow.
Brother. Like they always like I'm only referred to as
my brother in Christ,
by white people
because we are so cool.
White guys. White.
Well, are we calling it a night, fellas?
We're calling it a night, folks.
Yeah, I think so.
I appreciate you guys. You guys did an amazing job tonight getting on here and such a short, quick turnaround. And I'm actually amazed that we were able to pull off something tangible. And I can't wait to our next. You hear me? Our next God Bless Highlight Watch Party. It's going down. Make sure you stay tuned. You subscribe to the YouTube. You go follow us on Twitter at Fan Lepetard Show. You follow us on IG at Fan Lepetard Show. You follow us on Snapchat at Fan Lepetard Show. You follow us on OnlyFans at Fan Lepetard Ho. You do everything you got to do to get more of this exclusive content as the #1 fan podcast for the Fan Lepetard Show. Y'all know what it is. We got Ty, we got Nathan Harvey, we got your boy B Green, aka Brian, aka the Cesta Cyclone. And y'all
it's
know
good
what
to be a Cesta Cyclone.
Appreciate you, Jericho. You know what it is. Make sure you go listen to the latest episode, God Bless Highlight, out now on your DSPs. You know what it is. We'll drop a new episode next week,
baby.
And you know what it is. And you know what it is, baby. We here. And guess what? We ain't going nowhere because we back. And all we doing is getting more powerful. And if we get more powerful, all that's going to do is allow us to take over the goddamn world. And when we take over the goddamn world, ain't nothing you can do to stop us, baby. Right?
That was inspirational as hell. I'm going to run through a brick wall.
It's good to be a Cesta Cyclone.
Up the fucking cones, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's go.
It is back. Battle Court Highlight has returned. And of course, the return of your favorite, the world's favorite, the world's biggest, the world's fastest growing Highlight podcast, God Bless Highlight, here on the Fan Lepetard Network. And we are happy to have two Cesta Cyclones on with us today. Not one, because we're not doing season 1 shit anymore. This is season 2. We gotta go bigger. So season 2, we are rolling out with Tanar Davis, aka Jedin, and Javon Williams, also known as Williams, on the court. Two Cesta Cyclones.